Hello everyone. I'm done with Twitch game streaming. I think it's time for me to move on. Famous quote goes, what is it? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. I've tried lots of different ways to grow the channel, but I've kind of come to the realization that I'm just a mediocre content creator, to be honest. I've got a lot of creativity, but not particularly entertaining. It can be entertaining sometimes, but just not consistently. I've kind of also realised that I don't really want to be a big streamer, but I do find myself streaming out of sort of some kind of misguided thought that maybe I will become successful. Also did it really to meet my obligations with the companies that provide the keys and stuff. Obviously it allowed me to get access to games that I would never normally play, which is really great. Also it sort of broadened my horizons around the types of games that I was playing, which I never would have played without getting the free keys, because there wouldn't be the sort of games that I would buy. The other thing as well with that was around getting keys for you guys in the community. That was quite a big focus for a while. So yeah, I kind of realised that I was adding value to the companies that were providing the keys, and in some cases adding value to you because you were getting a key. But for those of you that weren't getting keys, there wasn't really much value. So yeah, I think that's one of the reasons, to be honest. I've also really started to sort of question the value of streaming. Is watching somebody play a game really that interesting? I mean, I don't often do it myself. I have like 2 or 3 streamers that I watch because of the game they're playing and because they're quite entertaining. The rest I kind of watch and support when I can, but it's often just a lurk, and I rarely have the space to sort of properly engage with the stream for any meaningful length of time. So why am I expecting everyone else to do it for me? Doesn't make sense. I often say that streamers do make terrible viewers, and I still stick by that. I think we are, as streamers, pretty bad viewers. But it's the viewers that really make Twitch, right? Because without people watching, you'll just be streaming to no one, and that's kind of how I feel sometimes anyway. And as a viewer, I tend to sort of find streamers based on the game that I might be interested in that's just come out. I think, I'll go and check a streamer, see what this game's like. And sometimes I'll connect with that streamer, and yeah, maybe I'll drop a follow. Occasionally I'll hang out, and that's where the parasocial relationship begins, because I'm there for them. It's not the other way around. It's rarely the other way around, and it rarely becomes anything more than that. And time zones aside, over time what tends to happen, and for whatever reason, they disappear, or you disappear into the background. And what was once perceived as sort of a supportive friend kind of just turns into an old online acquaintance. There are exceptions to that though, and I appreciate those exceptions. So then I thought, well, why do I actually stream? And I think you all know it's in my about, right? I've always been clear on that, I think. You know, I have a passion for gaming. I really enjoy gaming, right? I have a passion for gaming. That's the kind of statement. It's an escape. And I think in the survival world, or the survival genre, where there's building involved, it allows the creativity to come out. I have a lot of fun with that. I've got no idea why I play FPS though. It's just caused me frustration and grief that I'm just mediocre at it. I want to be better. But I do have fun with that, especially when you're playing with your friends and things. So there is that. Obviously, I enjoy meeting other games as well. I mean, over the years, I've met some awesome people, play games together. I like to think those relationships sort of have moved away from just a parasocial into something a little bit more two-way, more of a friendship type thing. So much more meaningful than just that parasocial one-way relationship that you often get with Twitch streamers. And I want it to be more than that. Obviously, the other reason as well is the create content for my kids, right? I've said that so many times, and I think that's pretty selfish of me, because it's something that I would love to have for my mum, my brothers, is the ability to go back and watch and listen to them. I think it'll help keep the memory much more alive, much more fresh. And sometimes I sort of feel that the memories are sort of fading into the distance. I mean, I've got photos around, which is really does help, but having that sort of video where they're talking and so on and so forth, I think it would be pretty awesome to have. So I'm kind of doing it for that, really. So what's next then? So I need to focus on my career. I need to work out what I'm doing there, because obviously that's quite important, and it's become very apparent how important that is and how much for granted I've taken it in the past. I've been floating the idea of starting my own business, but that's a lot of stress, and there's a particular person in the community who knows all about that. I will continue to create YouTube content because I enjoy doing that. But I'm going to try and really focus on something that's a bit more entertaining and something that adds value to you. I mean, some of the videos that I've created, like the how-to videos, have been quite successful. And then some of the gaming videos, where I'm just playing the game, have not been as successful. But then some of them have. So I'm trying to sort of work out what the value proposition is for the channel that allows me to do the creativity stuff that I want to, but also adds value to you. Yeah? That makes sense? One of the difficult decisions I've made though is I'm going to actually stop subbing to everybody. I'm subbing to far too many people. And so then I'm going through and thinking, well, who do I not sub to? And then it becomes a problem. I can't not sub to them. Oh, I can't not sub to them. Oh, I can't. And suddenly I've got 10 people who I can't not sub to. And 10 people, quick maths, £50 a month. And if you obviously get a discount if you do it over 6 months, which is what I often do. But it's all adding up, and so I kind of need to think about. Well, I needed to think about how I could deal with that. And I think the only way that I can do it is just to not sub to anybody. Just stick to Turbo. So you get the ad free, and maybe support the streamers by watching them or by lurking, you know? Because I know that does make a big difference. Obviously the money coming in is useful, and I hope me not subbing to somebody doesn't have a big impact on their revenue. It shouldn't do. I hope not, but I need to think about myself and my finances right now. So yeah, so I'm going to stop subbing, so I apologise for that. And I'm not expecting any of you to continue subbing me, especially on Twitch, because obviously I'm not going to be streaming on Twitch. So and I know some of you have subbed for a very long time, and I really do appreciate that. Yeah, don't be afraid not to sub. I know it's hard. It's a hard decision to make, to stop somebody who you've subbed for 3 or 4 years, you know. Very difficult, but do what you got to do. And if you do decide that you really want to support me and support the channel, then do it over on YouTube. It's a much cheaper proposition over there. And I'd really appreciate that. That is an area I'd like to grow in. And that's not to supplement my income. a strange term to say right now. It's more to cover the cost of the servers and things like that, and me giving away keys and things like that. So any money that comes in through YouTube will go back into the community. So yeah, no more Twitch. I say that I'll probably do music Twitches, but nobody follows me over there, so that's fine, and I can just do that as an aside thing. But yeah, no more gaming Twitches. It's far too stressful for me. I've got too much going on right now, and I just want to hang out with you guys. So yeah, thank you everyone for all your support over the years. I really do appreciate it. I love you all, and I'll see you on the Discord. See ya. Bye.